So every XML will be contains 3 tabs: message flow, global element, and configuration XML. It's a nothing but a set of XMLs which contains flow definitions. Each flow definition contains what? Orchestration logic. Yeah, and I have shown you how to set up an environment variables in order to open any Point Studio. Okay, once you click create a project, it will be selected. I mean, you have to select which server you want to deploy, you on which runtime you want to deploy. Right, I have shown you on that day. On left side, did I explain about this package? This is nothing but what is the tool which is used internally. It's used. This is the package structure, right? What is the tool it is using internally? I asked you to go through, if anyone not having an idea at least. Maven is the build tool where it is going to act, where my Mule is using a Maven as a build tool in order to create the structure. For the first one here, SRC main Mule, where we are going to create our XMLs. Here only I said we can create a multiple XMLs, right? Once we create an XML, basically whatever the logic you are going to write for Mule applications will be stored under this. This SRC main Mule and SRC main Java. If you are having any Java classes to be consumed, or else any legacy system if you want to consume, how to consume types of methods like static and non-static methods present in a class, that classes if you want to write also, you can write under this SRC main Java and SRC main resources. These are for if your project is dependent on some external files like property file, ML file, some other file, so you can keep under SRC main resources. These three are for a development environment. When we come to the testing environment, SRC test Java. If you want to write any test cases for your Java class, then you can write under this SRC test Java by using a JUnit framework. SRC test resources. Similarly, for a development environment, we have ML files like that. In the testing environment also, we can have ML files, a property file, XML files, any other files, right? And SRC test MUnit. Whatever the logic you have created in this SRC main Mule, if you want to test that logic by using an MUnit framework, you can place that suit under this SRC test MUnit. By using MUnit framework, we are going to test the test cases. We have a separated dedicated session for that. And HTTP and socket, by default, whenever you create any Mule project in Mule core, by default these two modules will be added at your project by default. If you don't want that, you can simply remove that. And JRE system library. As you know, my Mule applications are Java applications. So to run the Java applications, we require Java runtime. So it is pointing to JRE, which is in your JDK, which is pointing to your JDK as we set up in the environment variables. And Mule runtime. So to deploy our applications, we require some runtime that is called Mule Server 4.3. Who decided this one? While creating the project, we have selected that this project to be deployed under the 4.3. If you selected another, that related jar files will be loaded here. And form.xml. What is the form.xml? Every project will be identified by two things: group ID and the artifact ID. If you are aware of Maven, you might be aware of group ID as well. The company name which is domain name which is in a reverse. If my company name is way to learn, it will be like this. And artifact ID is nothing but your project name, and it will be used with the versions. To just come down, there are some dependencies where we can add the dependencies, and it will once you deploy, it will bring related characters to your application. So how you define the characters in your dependency in this structure as a dependencies by using a group ID and artifact ID and with the version. Suppose I require MySQL. By default, you will have HTTP socket as I said. That's why you can see only these two. If you want to add any other dependency file to your project or dependencies to your project, simply add from the Mule palette to the application. I will show you how to add it. You are not going to touch anything in this XML. Okay, automatically it will be written on the connector thing is loaded, right? So dependencies. If you don't want this HTTP from your project, what you can do? Simply click on this, right click on this and remove module. And now go to the form.xml and see how many dependencies we have right now. Only one. That means if you do anything here, automatically it will be updated in the configuration XML as well as form.xml. Okay, this is the main page where we are going to work on. Let me add this HTTP again. Simply go to the add modules. On the right side, you can see some palette here. In this palette, we have two columns, left side and right side. Left side is nothing but a menu bar. So did I discuss all this? Only package structure I didn't explain, but this configuration XML I think I explained, right? So on the right side, we have something called Mule palette. In that we have two columns. One is left side, one is menu kind of stuff, and right side, whatever the modules you selected, it will show the connectors for that module, right? First one is search in Exchange. If any module is not available at your Endpoint Studio level, you can directly get it from the Exchange. So that for that you require some account for with the Anypoint platform. So once you register with the Anypoint platform, you will be having an account. Once you have that account, click on search in Exchange, and you need to add an account to the studio. Once you log in, then it will be search in the Exchange. Like that, you can add any module to your Anypoint Studio. From that, you can use it in your project. And the next one is add modules. As I said, only few, very frequently used modules are available here. So if you want to add to your project level, so right now I have added HTTP. Just drag and drop onto this is called project level. Okay. Once you drag and drop here, automatically the connectors will be added to your build path in your project. Right. And you can add any component to your favorites, frequently used, already given. But if you want to use anything you can use it. Core. What are the business logic? Business components are listed under this core module with the bifurcations like component batch, endpoints, flow control, scopes, and a transform multiple. If you are lazy like me to search from here, just go to the search in palette and just type with the keyword. If I want to use any set payload, SCP. With the keyword what and all are available, it will be shown here. So you can pick up from there. Right, I will frequently use the same kind of an approach instead of going to the core and selecting that. Right, on below this canvas, we can see some Mule properties and problems. If you select any of the component, you can see related properties here, and problems. If you have a project at project level, if you have any problems, you can have the problems under this problem. Right. Yeah, this is the main configuration XML. We have main message flow, global element, and configuration XML. Whatever you drag and drop onto the canvas, automatically written onto the configuration XML. Right now, my message flow tab is empty. That's why you can see only XSD of an XML, right? Particular project later. Right? If you create any flow, automatically the configuration XML will be updated.